Good morning, everyone. Jonathan here with Vancouver Fit Body Bootcamp and Jonathan Learner Fitness. And today I have something that essentially I want to ask you some questions to start and then see if you know what this thing is. All right, so there's something that we should make sure that we have in our diet because it is very, very important for us and it has so many different uses. One of the things that is deficiencies in it, so if we don't get enough of it, linked to ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, postpartum depression, hard joints, just poor memory, fatigue as well. Some even say lower metabolism as well. So if we don't get enough of this, it's just something that can cause those things. So some of the other benefits that go along with it are joints. It's really good for your joints. Okay, it's good for your skin, your vision, your brain, your heart. It can help lower bad cholesterol in your body. It can boost fertility. It is an anti-ager and it is an anti-inflammatory. All right, so very big benefits in terms of it. And one of the major ones is actually the brain. Why? Well, approximately half of your fat, started that off wrong. Approximately 60% of your brain is composed of fat. And about half of that fat is composed of this thing that we should be getting in our diet. So do you know what that is? I'll give you a couple seconds. If you answered omega-3s, you are right. All right, omega-3s are extremely important for us to get into our diet. The majority of them come from fish oils, all right, from salmon oils, from krill, anchovies, sardines, things like that. And those are good sources of it, the small fish. Vegetarian sources, you can get it from flaxseed. You can get it from nuts like walnuts as well. A little bit harder to get it. And the other thing too, when you get it from vegetarian sources, you get it in the form of ALA. That's its shortened form. And through the process, our body needs to break down ALA into the components of omega-3s, which are EPA and DHA. And through that process, we actually lose a lot of the DHA, which is what we want out of it. So one of the best sources of it is to be able to get it from fish oils. All right, so it's a very important factor to get in. We want to be try to shoot for 2 servings of fish a week. A little bit easier to do that in Vancouver. We have sushi everywhere. But it's a very important thing for us to get because it's linked to so many different deficiencies. And the other thing too is pretty much every cell in our body is surrounded by a membrane. And an aspect of that membrane, and pretty much every cell of our body is composed of fat. And a large majority of that fat is comprised of the essential fatty acids from omega-3. So it's a very important thing for us and very important to be able to get into your diet on a regular basis. So if you're going to start adding that, look for fish, fatty fishes. Salmon is a good option. Smaller whitefish, like I said, if you're going to look for a supplement, for example, you want to look for a supplement that brings something that gets it from deep water fish, cold deep water fish, like sardines, anchovies, things like that. Krill as well is another option. Generally, the deep colder fish are generally kind of like around the Atlantic, kind of Maritimes area, or off the Peruvian coast in South America are good options in terms of where they sourcing that. And then look into the company as well. Look into the company that produces. Are they going by the country's limits in terms of the heavy metals, toxic chemicals, things like that that could be in there. Pretty much everything on the market has to abide by them, but what are their process to be able to do that? So if you don't eat enough fish or don't have those other sources, make sure that you get a supplement for that. Otherwise, try to add at least a couple servings of fish a weekend to be able to reap those benefits because they are huge and very important for us. I've had multiple people. I noticed personally for me, if I don't get enough of my fish oils, my skin starts to get drier. I know multiple other people, they notice if they're not taking their fish oils on a regular basis, their memory is not as good. So good, just some major benefits come out of it. Just make sure you get some of those into your diet, and if not, supplement it because it's such an important element and nutrient for us to be able to get into our lives. So that's your quick fact for the day. Jonathan with JonathanLearnerFitness.com and Vancouver Fit Body Bootcamp, and I will talk to you soon.